Hey, I'm Julie Fei-Fan Balzer, and I am a working artist living outside of Boston. So my voice is a little scratchy. I apologize. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. I want to talk to you about an idea that's been percolating for a while. So I would say for about a year, maybe longer, I've been experimenting with some ideas I had about busy pattern with sort of plain color over it and trying to put some dynamic shapes into the work. Just basically, I'm a maximalist, right? And I'm very interested in figuring out how I can cram more, but make it make sense to other people, right? My work is kind of a visually overwhelming at first. And yet, the closer you look, I want everything to still work, to still feel good, I guess is the way that I would put it. And so I've been experimenting with a lot of those ideas, and I've been using my art journal as a place to do it. So, well, let's jump into the studio visit and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this was an example that was really successful, and so I thought I would try again. And I like to use a lot of collage. I'm using golden soft gel medium for most of my collage. I'm using a range of papers, book pages, and all sorts of stuff, and then sort of tape it out, paint over it, and see if the, by the way, the taping, as you can see, because I slowed it down to real time here, real pain in the butt to remove that tape. It is slow, but it's sexy on the fast forward, right? Anyway, it sort of reveals the shapes and the stuff that was underneath. This is like a multi-day process. There's lots of drying and stuff, but you have this really clean grid. It's kind of what I'm calling it, but it wasn't quite right. So, I kept sort of hacking away and trying at this technique with a variety of ways. And in some ways it got worse before it got any better. Like, this is an example where I was like, okay, well, maybe I need like some big shapes and some small shapes, but no, this was really, really ugly. So I thought and thought and thought, and I was like, well, I'm missing something here, right? I want like sort of the busy and the calm. Does the calm need to be under the busy? Do I need to like change the colors? Like, what do I need to do? So basically, I noodled around in my art journal, and unfortunately, I didn't film it because I didn't know this was going to be a video. I thought I was just kind of working on stuff that I liked, but here it is for you. This is that same page. It's hard to believe, right? This is something that I did. It just has lots of layers. I added more complexity. I sort of sandwiched that really like clean grid between the unruly layer underneath and the sort of more free-form layer on top. Plus I added some stenciling, which I think actually adds to the sense of it being kind of rigid. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. So I'm really excited to see what the next step is here. I have a couple other ideas for how I can work this idea even further. And then I'm excited to size it up and up and up, because that's always the goal, right? I want to get to the big paintings, but it's always based on like something that's achievable and doable in a couple hours or a day, which tends to be a little bit smaller. So hopefully you will see me in another month or maybe another year, and I'll have figured it out. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep working in my art journal. I'm going to keep playing. I'm going to keep exploring, and I hope that you will too. So thank you so much for visiting me here in my studio. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. I do have a Friday newsletter that comes to your email inbox every Friday. So I hope you'll sign up for that. It's free and full of inspiration. And I will see you next week.